A Sioux Falls writer and broadcaster left today on a trip to Mount Rushmore, not as a tourist, but as a storyteller.
Jeff Gould will perform a one-man show at the Shrine of Democracy tomorrow titled America's Story. But as KELO's Perry GROTEN reports, Mount Rushmore is only the first stop of an ambitious tour of the country.
Well, that's right, Kelly and Don. Many people know Jeff Gould as the creator of the holiday program, A Prairie Christmas. Gould's latest project is a kind of refresher course on what makes America the country it is today.
Somebody comes to power, and then they take and they coalesce the power. And then
Jeff Gould says our politically charged times of today have drowned out what's good about our country.
Well, you listen to people, and all they are doing is complaining about things. And as a parent, you would never just complain about your children. You would also say what they're good at. Nobody ever thought anything of it. It's just the way it was.
Gould highlights what we're good at in his presentation called America's Story.
As Americans, you have inherited certain things. It's me describing to you what you have inherited. And it's not money and stuff. As Americans, you have inherited optimism, you have inherited sacrifice, you have inherited fairness, you have inherited equality, you have inherited providence. So, he gets a break.
Jeff is America's storyteller.
Producer Bob Euchre challenged Gould to write such a story.
Well, we were sitting around at a meeting, and I said, Jeff, I'm going to bring a challenge to you. I need you to write another story. And it didn't take very much longer. And Jeff comes back with me and says, I've got a script, read this. And I was blown away.
And he gets the job, and that is unfair. Why?
There's also a video in the works that will be shown online and available to schools.
It's just good to get back to the story of America, how it started, how it began, who are the grandfathers of this country, and tell their story.
Gould wants to take America's story on the road beyond South Dakota. He plans to visit all 50 states ahead of the country's 250th anniversary in 2026.
It's a story within a story, because part of it is one person's story of journeying across America, hearing other people's stories about their American story that's all-encompassing in America's story. They would call you a Yankee Doodle.
Sharing stories about a shared narrative of where we've come from and where we as a nation are headed.
He reads every book he can on the subject, and he has some success. And even that is unfair. It's not about history, it's about you and what you can do to be part of history. And so, he fought back.
Now, Gould's performance will be tomorrow at 3 and 5 p.m. Mountain Time in the Mount Rushmore Amphitheater.
So where else is he going to be heading?
Well, Kelly, Gould is also working on bringing his America's Story program to the Custer State Park Buffalo Roundup in September. A trip to North Dakota is also in the works. Now, if you'd like to host a presentation, we have a link to America's Story's website at KELOland.com.
Good storyteller, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is.
A very soothing voice,
yes.
too.